Despite some of the improvements made to the ribbon over the last number of years, many AutoCAD users still prefer what was previously known as the AutoCAD Classic Workspace. And if you've upgraded to AutoCAD 2015 or newer, you know that the AutoCAD Classic Workspace is no longer provided out of the box. And while that may be so, the good news is it's really easy to recreate on your own. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do just that. So to get started, I'm going to come down here to the status bar, and under the workspace switching icon, go ahead and click on that. And then I'm going to say Save Current As. This is going to create a copy of my 2D drafting and annotation workspace, which is the default one out of the box. In my case, I can give this any name I want. I'm going to go ahead and call this AutoCAD Classic and then say Save. So I'm now working on a new workspace, and any changes I make will only impact this workspace. So the next thing I'd like to do is go ahead and load the toolbars that I'd like to add to my interface. Now to do that, I'm going to come down here once again to the workspace switching button here in the status bar, and this time I'm going to choose Customize. Now that's going to open up the Customize User Interface dialog, and the first thing we want to do here is check under Workspaces. If that's not expanded, go ahead and expand it out, and then find your new workspace. Mine's called AutoCAD Classic. The thing I want you to do here is make sure that that workspace says Current in parentheses. If you don't see Current in parentheses, go ahead and right-click and say Set Current. Now after you do that, shift your attention over here to the right-hand side where it says Workspace Contents. And what I'd like to do is click Customize Workspace. That's going to put me in sort of an editing mode. And from here, what I can do is back on the left-hand side, it kind of feels like a game of ping pong, but over here on the left-hand side under Toolbars, we can expand that out and it will list all of the toolbars available to me. These are the same ones that were available in AutoCAD once upon a time, and they're still here. So all I have to do is pick the toolbars that I would like to add to my interface. So here I am checking those toolbars. I think I'm going to get most of them here. And standard, I think these are the big ones that are part of the interface by default. So once I've selected all of those, you will see your selections right here under Toolbars. And if that looks good to you, go ahead and click Done. So that's going to go ahead and save the toolbar additions that you've made. And go ahead now and click OK. And when you do that, you're going to come back to the AutoCAD interface, and in addition to the ribbon and things you saw before, you should also now see all of the toolbars you selected. And just like earlier versions of AutoCAD, we can very easily move these around and place them wherever I'd like on the screen. So with that in place, the next thing I'd like to do is go ahead and add my menus. And this is really easy. All I have to do is come up here to the Quick Access toolbar. I'm going to go ahead and click on the little arrow button right here, and one of the options you should see is Show Menu Bar. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and just like that, you have your File, Edit, View, and your other menus loaded right there. Now from here, I probably don't want the ribbon, so I can go ahead and type in Ribbon Close at the command line, just like so. I'm going to go ahead and select on that, and you'll notice that the ribbon goes away. And to make a couple final touches here, I might want to go ahead and drag my command line to the very bottom of the screen right here. And then I can go ahead and grip on things right here to add a couple extra lines. And so from here, this looks pretty darn close to the AutoCAD Classic interface, and you can of course continue customizing it from here. But the one last thing that I want to do is come down here once again to the workspace switching icon, and I'm going to say Save Current As. And then in this list, I'm going to go ahead and pick the workspace that I just created, AutoCAD Classic. This is because things like the command line location and adding the menus haven't been saved to my workspace quite yet. So we want to go ahead and save those. So I'll go ahead and select that, hit save. It's going to ask me if I want to replace things. Go ahead and do that. And now if I switch back to the drafting and annotation workspace, we of course have our ribbonized interface. And if I come back down here and switch to my new AutoCAD Classic interface, things look like the AutoCAD Classic interface. So there you have it. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.